What's up, YouTube? Today we are looking at the best settings for Dead by Daylight. Just a quick video. In general, everything is personal options, your language, whatever language you use. I like to have beginner mode off. If you're new to the game, absolutely turn this on. These two, don't worry about. Accessibility, you always want to have the blood web interaction behavior on, and the heartbeat visual support on. This allows you to just tap the node on the blood web. It allows you to just tap. I'm just clicking this once rather than with hold. You have to hold it down. You see how I can let it go? But if you're using tap or press, you just have to tap it once and that's it. So then with in-game text, this is all your subtitles, like voice lines with Wesker or certain survivors. I'm actually messing around with them. I have them on, and then 30% opacity and the default text size. If you're colorblind, they have a bunch of modes, and you can change the intensity. First-person FOV, you want to make sure that's as high as possible, unless you're playing on like a TV or you're sitting far away from your screen. Normally, if you're sitting far away from your screen, you do want it at 92. This will give you just about the right amount of FOV to see survivors without really, hurting your gameplay. But I like to have it on 103. Online, I have everything off, and then party privacy is friends only. If you are worried about people stream sniping or looking up your name, you can turn on anonymous mode. You can hide other player names if you don't really care about other people. You can hide your name. Basically, this is for streamers. Hide your name and hidden matchmaking delays for streamers. You can auto decline friend requests if you want to. With graphics, I recommend playing on low. There was a bug recently that you had to play on ultra to not get really bad desync, but auto adjust, you do not want that on. Screen resolution at least to 100%. I play on 1440p, and I like playing in window full screen. You do not want your 16:9 aspect ratio and VSync off because it hurts basically everything about the game. I don't know why this option even exists. You want your FPS limit maximum, unless you're playing Wesker and you're going for hug text. But there's a completely separate way to change your FPS to do that. Post process, this is for PC only, I believe. This is the settings. I haven't messed around with these. I don't have an Intel processor, so I don't know about this XeSS mode. And then the UI scale, I like to have all the way down. The in-game HUD scale, all the way down, so I see more of my game and less of the clutter on screen. You want your skill checks all the way up, and then everything else besides mini item pop-up, which is kind of like the beginner mode. This just tells you what an item does, and then challenge progress notification. Anytime you have a tome challenge, it will pop up in-game to say that you did it right. With audio, I have it on 15%, which I mess around with my system settings. So, whatever works for you. Menu music is the music that you hear, I believe, only with Iron Maiden shirts on, which is the copyrighted music here. And then mute focus, anytime I'm tabbed out, I won't hear the game. Obviously, headphones. If you are playing on a TV, you want to make sure that's off. Then with controls, you don't want to invert your Y-axis. With Survivor, I play 25% on mouse and 50% on controller. You always want your interactive behavior on toggle, and I like to have run to cancel just because anytime a stealth killer comes up, I don't want to have to press M1 and then sprint away. I can just hold Shift W and get away as fast as possible. Killer, I have 50%, and then controller, I have 100%. I don't play much killer controller. I don't find it to be all that interesting. So now with Survivor inputs, I like to have WASD, run on Shift, and crouch on C. To use item, I have it on right mouse click. To drop an item, I have an F. Pick up item interactions on mouse 1. Actions on spacebar. Secondary actions and skill checks, I like M4, just because it's the first button for my thumb. And then activate ability, this is all your dead hards, your dramaturgy. Activate ability 2, I believe... I'm not sure what this does, but then activate event ability, kind of like the trapped haunts that Killer has, but with Survivor it would probably be something like with the anniversary when you could block a window or spawn a pallet, and then just wiggle out is automatically set to spacebar. And then with Killer, obviously WASD, attack on M1, power on M2, and then I believe these are all just default settings. I almost forgot to include anybody that has GeForce Experience downloaded. My 2 filters are sharpen. The intensity is 50% by default. I use texture details up to 50%. And color, I have everything set to 0 except vibrance at 100. Looks absolutely beautiful. You can find Henz's video on how to download reshade filters. And that's it.